friends, this week I am taking you down here into the basement. It's been mostly done for a while, at least the living room area, and I just have some finishing touches to do, so I thought it was time for a full reveal, give you all the details, paint colors, the DIY projects that we did, and all that good stuff. So let me work on finishing up some of the final details, and then we get to share this basement living area reveal with you. Okay, but first you have to see the before, so I'll show you what it looked like before we moved in, and then I think I have some clips of like what we were using it for. It basically became a catch-all while we were in construction, but I knew I wanted to get this space lighter and brighter and not so scary. It was so dark. Everything was brown, and spiders lurked in hidden corners everywhere because you couldn't see them because they camouflaged. Anyway, it was just one of those basement spaces that you did not want to go into, and I never want a space like that in my home. So we got to work on it, and I'm so excited to show this before and after because it's pretty drastic. And we love this space. Even with the really super low ceilings, I think they're like 8 feet, a basement can feel like a dungeon, but if you do the colors right, it can turn into just a beautiful, cozy space for your family. I actually noticed too, when we removed the carpet, it made such a big difference. I know carpet's really cozy, but in a basement, especially one that's not very well ventilated, it can just hold on to a lot of humidity and moisture and cause problems. So we got that gross carpet out of there and laid down some really affordable vinyl flooring. Or was it laminate? I will double check that and link the source for you below, but just like those like snap together flooring pieces, it made a big difference right off the bat. Now, there are other rooms we've renovated in this basement, but for one video, we're just gonna show you the living room, and then we can move on to finishing up the other spaces and share it with you. But let's get going on cleaning it and decorating it, and I'll walk you through more details. Okay, I'm framing some art for the basement. That wall that's behind the couch has been a challenge for me. Probably why I haven't shared this space with you yet. But it's just so long, and I've been debating of what to put on the walls. It definitely needs something, but I didn't know what. So last Christmas, my daughter gave me this painting of our old home. So she found a picture that I'd taken of it, our pole barn home, which I can link you to the tour if you would like, check out the description. But she got onto Etsy and found a company that turns it into paintings. So this like moved me so much, and I was looking at it one day and was thinking, what if I did that for every home that we've ever lived in? I guess not that we've lived in, but homes that we've owned. And it worked out perfect because there is 5 homes that we've owned, Kevin and I together. And so I went and got some simple frames on Amazon, and then I found the Etsy shop that I think she used and had them do our home. So this is the lavender blue cottage, And then there's some other homes that we've lived in that I had to be like a creeper and drive by and take a picture of because I didn't actually have like a nice shot that they could use for these paintings. So they really turn out quite beautiful. I'm gonna get them framed and have Kevin help me hang them. But before I do that, I wanna tell you about this week's video sponsor, which is a first for me for trying, and I'm excited to actually open this package and try them out for the first time here with you. I don't know if you've heard about Gruns, but I heard about them and was super excited to partner with them because I love their ingredients, I love what they're creating for us, and I want to share more with you. I have one more frame to fill, one more house that I need to take a picture of. It's the first house we ever bought. It was a condo, and every time I drive by, they have a big old RV sitting in the driveway, and they can't edit that out of the photos, so I'm waiting to get one more, but I'm gonna get it hung, maybe throw in a family picture for now. But anyway, let's talk about Gruns. I'm super excited about this company that makes comprehensive nutritious supplements for us. So what actually appealed to me so much about them when I was learning about them was the ingredients in these and the fact that I knew I could get my kids to eat them. Ideally, we get our nutrients from the foods we eat, but kids are picky and sometimes they won't eat these amazing things. So let me just read a few of the ingredients that are listed here to give you an idea of what is included in these little gummies. First off, I noticed in the ingredients that everything had an organic label in front of it. So super excited that the ingredients are organic. We've got organic alfalfa, kale, parsley, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, spirulina, wheatgrass, carrot, oat grass, barley. Anyway, I'm not gonna read all of them. You can check it out on their website, but I love that they're just so loaded with nutrients. It says there are 60 ingredients of whole food, vegetables, fruits, vitamins and minerals, super mushrooms, antioxidants, adaptogens, and gut health probiotics. This is like truly packed, and so I'm hoping that they taste good. So let's give it a try. I have not opened these because I knew if I did, the kids would devour them, and then I wouldn't have anything to share with you. Okay, I love that they're in these little individual snack packs. The idea is that you really need more than 1 or 2 gummies to get the amount of nutrients that can help your body thrive. So a lot of the like bottled gummies that you buy, you might have to eat a lot in there, but these are so nice that they're in these individual packages, just the right amount of servings, and they're supporting gut health, energy, immunity, recovery, beauty, hair health, cognition, all sorts of great stuff just packed in this little package. So part of my worry is that they may not taste good with all of that green stuff, and I need them to taste good so my kids will take them. Anyway, let's give it a try right here on camera. Yeah, this could be a treat for me. It's really good. It says sugar-free. I was actually expecting something more green tasting, you know, like those powdered green drinks that you get that are just like, whoo, that tastes like something a horse would eat. But these are good. Really good. I know my kids will think they're a treat too, so we'll have to keep them hidden and dose accordingly. Approved. And I know I keep saying they're for kids, but actually they have a Gruns kids line for younger kids, but my kids are like 19 and 17. They're older, so this definitely is to help them get the nutrients their bodies need to support their hair health, skin health, immunity, all that stuff. Let me tell you a couple other cool things, and then we'll move on to the basement. Gruns is a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack a day. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And as we've discovered, the bonus is it tastes so great. A couple other fun facts you might want to know about Gruns is that research has shown that gummies are actually more absorbable than tablets. So another great way to get your supplements and vitamins and minerals into you. Gruns is also methylated, which is fancy talk for our vitamins like B12 and folate can actually be absorbed by your body. It's also peace of mind to me that over 35,000 research publications support the ingredients in Gruns. All right, I think I'm gonna finally share these with my family and they're gonna be super excited because they've been wanting to try them. So anyway, I hope you'll give Gruns a try. I'll leave links in the description below where you can do that. And let's start cleaning and decorating this basement. Now, as we tour this space, keep in mind this is a basement room with absolutely no windows. There's no natural lighting whatsoever. So actually the first thing we did in this space was electrical work, which we had to hire out. But it was so dark and I knew the only way to make it feel somewhat inviting was to amp up the lighting. So we had a lot of can lightings installed. I love the ones behind the couch. They're these smaller ones, but all of them are on a dimmer switch. So it's really nice to kind of set the mood if you're doing a movie night or if you're eating some popcorn and still need a little bit of light on, we can put on these lights that are behind the couch. Anyway, the lighting made a huge difference and was a great place to start. So as we're touring this space, let me just pick out a few details, and please remember that I'm going to be writing a blog post that will type up so many details, include some beautiful pictures. If you like to look at pictures, save them to your Pinterest boards or wherever you like to save ideas. I'll have that for you linked in the description below, where you can go to tidbitsandcompany.com, take a home tour and see what we've done so far. But paint, colors, sources, everything will be linked in the description below. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the wall treatment first of all. So what we did was we did some lower beadboard wainscoting type trim work. And this is the beadboard that is actually at Lowe's, and I think it's a 4-inch wide between the beading. So it has a nice look. I liked the wider beadboard in this space. I really wanted anything possible that could visually make things seem bigger. And the ribbed chair rail was actually already there, so we used that, just topped it with a ledge piece and built up some baseboard. The color in here is a magnolia color called Dark Moon, I believe. I will check myself and make sure I get you the right color down below. And the white color in our home is Dove White or White Dove. Again, I'll check those for you. So you'll notice on the ceiling is these faux beams, and they actually built those in. I thought they were awesome, but they were kind of lost in the space when everything was brown. So adding that white paint, it made them really pop and gave us some nice detail on the ceiling. Even though the ceilings are low, I think it still adds a nice visual interest and makes the space feel very thoughtful. And of course, there was already the planking on the wall by the stairs, and we just painted that the White Dove. Let's talk about the stairs real quick. So we took off the really gross carpet, and underneath there were some nice wood stairs that were solid, so we decided to paint them. But I do plan on doing like a carpet stair runner. I just haven't got to that project yet. It feels a little daunting for some reason. But I think once we add some padding and a rug stair runner, it will look really nice and be a little easier to walk down. But in all honesty, I've always loved painted stairs. It's just that they get beat up pretty quick. So I know they're gonna need that rug runner. Okay, let's hit on the big pieces. First, this couch. I love it so much. I will link where I got it below, but I love the French blue color with this dusty blue piping around the edges. It is so perfect. Now, I wanted a couch down here that was comfortable but didn't look frumpy. A lot of times the basement space doesn't get the daily fluff and clean, so I wanted one that would actually hold its shape well. I'm sure the basement couch could have been more cushy and soft, but I love this one. It holds up so nice, cleans up great, and the color, all this like blue drenched space just makes my heart so happy. It is the lavender blue cottage after all, and blue is my favorite color, obviously. So I just love that we played around with so many different tones of blue. Now for the rug, I still wanted it to feel super cozy, even though we removed the carpet, which was like the biggest impact right away. But I could not find a rug this long, of course, and that would be that cozy since this is such a long space. So I actually went to the carpet store and had them kind of take a carpet piece and then they edge it so it doesn't fray. And then we've got a really thick padding under this rug, so it's so cozy. This is like the best spot to work out, for the kids to roll around, wrestle each other, whatever. It's just a really, really soft landing. And I didn't want to add a coffee table because I know that we just want the space down here. And honestly, having a carpet company do this with their rugs, just add the edging. It's a great solution for a lot of spaces where you want the hardwood floor, but you still want that soft carpet feel. It's going to be a lot easier to maintain and replace when it gets a lot of wear and tear. So it's a great option. And of course, I had to pick blue, and it matches like the blue edging on the couch perfectly. I would say the only like hard thing about this is the pile is so high, and with this light blue color, you can like see the footprints, you can see the vacuum lines, but I tell you, it does make me happy to vacuum the space and see a perfectly vacuumed rug. That will last 0.2 seconds, but I love it and I don't regret it at all. Okay, let's talk about the little TV console table or sideboard, whatever you like to call them. As you can see, it's a very long piece. This is not something we bought. This is something we DIY'd, and I will have a blog tutorial for you if you want to see step-by-step instructions on how we did this. But I'll give you a little glimpse. These are basically, well, not basically, they are just your standard grade cabinet pieces. I believe we got them from Lowe's. And then we screwed them together and put on little feet and put on a top. So I will link the exact product for you if this is something that would suit a space for you. But again, we needed a really long sideboard. So custom making it worked perfect and was a lot more affordable than long sideboards that you can find online. I played around with the stain a lot to get a color that I really liked. So that was an experiment, and I'll detail that again on my blog post at tidbitsandcompany.com. And then above it, we have our frame TV, which displays art beautifully, and the deco frame around the TV, which makes it look like a beautiful piece of art. I will link all those things below for you. And then I just kept the styling or the vignettes really simple to the side with some faux olive branch, at least I think that's what they are, in a little vase. Some books stacked up, a little, I think this is the Salt Lake Temple figure thing. I don't know what to call it, a ceramic temple, just to remind us of our favorite place on earth. Well, maybe second to our home. Anyway, just really simple reminders of the things we love are displayed down here. Okay, and then I put this darling little table down here, and I just love how much it gets used. In this little wardrobe cabinet piece that I bought at an antique store, we have stashed all the games, as you saw me put in there, puzzles. And I love it when I come down here and find my kids or my kids and their friends playing games, building puzzles, and it's so nice to have like a designated puzzle table so it doesn't end up on my dining table. And they can maybe sit and watch a movie while they do these things, but it's just this space that invites coziness. recreation, a lot of fun. I just love it. Okay, and then we also have this dresser that I've been dragging around with me several homes. Love it so much. It's great for some extra storage as well. A little more on that antique wardrobe. I thought it was going to go in a kid's bedroom, but it ended up not fitting great, so I thought it fit great down here. So it feels a little crowded with furniture. At least I was worried it was going to be. But oddly enough, when you put everything down here, I think it just makes it cozy, and it's so great for all the storage for the many things that we needed to find a place for. I also put a wooden crate on top of the wardrobe to store some extra blankets that are quick and easy to grab for movie nights. And then I think the last thing we have to discuss is just the art on the walls. I showed you how I was putting together those watercolor paintings of the homes we've lived in. Actually didn't realize there's only 4 lights and I wanted a frame under each light. So the condo picture that I can't seem to get from the house that we did live in very first, I think it may just not happen because these 4 pictures work great. 4 of the bigger homes that we've bought through the years, I just love having them on display. It feels very meaningful, very personal, and was a fun idea that I'm glad my daughter gave me. Over on the dresser, I put this antique game board. For some reason, that Marble Games name is like lost to me, so you'll have to remind me in the comments. But I love this piece. It works great as art. I love the rustic wood, and it's fun down here because this is kind of the space where I plan on kids playing, grandkids playing in someday, so we put that up there. Then over by the stairs, I'm sure you've noticed that stone wall. The previous owners actually built that. That was a feature that just like had my heart right away. I knew I wouldn't be touching that, but I did hang a couple of rug beaters that I've collected and just some dried eucalyptus and baby's breath that I hung up there at some time at one point. It's fun to hang a Christmas wreath up there. And next to it, I hung a picture that's very meaningful that I've been trying to figure out where I could put it in this home. And this is a picture my mom actually had made many, many years ago. My father, who passed away when I was 11, absolutely loved the Book of Mormon. It changed his life. And his love of the Book of Mormon definitely led down to me. Such a special book. To me, it is the Word of God, a second witness of the Bible and of the fact that Christ was resurrected and lives. Just love it. And so my dad actually, when he was at a point in his life where the Book of Mormon just changed him so much and brought him so much closer to Christ, he was so passionate about it, he actually made these brass plates because the Book of Mormon was discovered first as a brass plate. I will link you to more information if you want to discover more, but so he actually welded and made these. And when he passed away, my mom, of course, still has the actual physical set, but she wanted each of us to have a piece of that special thing to remind us of my dad and his testimony. So she had these professional pictures taken of the Book of Mormon plates and framed them for all of us. And so I put that there. Thought it was a great spot, just a simple reminder on the wall of my dad, who I miss so much and can't wait to see again someday. But seemed like a good spot to put it. Well, my friends, I think that wraps it up. I always worry about talking too much when I do a space reveal, but there's so many things to share with you. So I hope that you enjoyed touring this space with me. I can't wait to finish up the other spaces in our home and share them with you. This has been just like a dream come true, this lavender blue cottage, to make it our home and a reflection of the things that we love. So thanks for coming along on this journey with me. Make sure you're subscribed. You can also head down the description and I'll leave a link to subscribe to my weekly newsletter where I send lots of inspiration every week. I send out free vintage art downloads every week, so make sure you're subscribed to that so that I can keep in touch and send you all my hot off the press tidbits. And if you have a minute, I would love to have you share with me something that you enjoyed about this space, about touring along, any other ideas you have for me. I love to hear your thoughts. You're all such amazing designers and have such great eyes for beauty and design, so I'd love to chat with you in the comments. All right, friends, I will chat with you next week. And until then, I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll be back to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.